Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to FM22. It's Youth Factory. It's episode 33, and we pick up with what will put us at the halfway point for this season. Over the last 3 matches from where we left off last episode, it was 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, so just a dead even 500 record over that stretch, which continues to put us in a pretty decent place in the league overall, considering we are supposed to be a relegation favorite. We are well beyond that zone, but we're also nothing to play for the league itself, as we're well out of reach of the top teams, but we're also now well beyond the reach of the relegation teams, the teams we're supposed to be battling against. Speaking of, today is a good opportunity, even though we are on the road. We have not played particularly well on the road this season, but we're on the road at Assen, who are one of those relegation teams, as we go really close to scoring there with Lavas. No flag. It does appear that that was onside, and that, if that's a sign of things to come, we should be in fairly good shape for today. Now, we have one key change to our lineup, and that is that Hegestad is in at that right mid position for one of, well, 2 reasons. One, Astencio is out injured, so unavailable from the bench. He would be the one getting the start over Al. Reason why Al, as that is out for a corner that's not offside, that was onside, that was really close. Good save from the keeper. A tough play to get to that bottom corner, but we did get it on target, but he made the tough play to make the stop. Well, anyway, Al, absent. I've had 4 players all time that have had some real issues with, primarily, or at least for 3 out of those 4 players. Lavas through! Oh, rings the inside edge of the post, and it comes back. That thing was trickling in. Looked like it was going to scrape off the post and in, but it bangs off the post and out. Still goalless for now. Looks like we are likely to grab a goal anytime here, as we've already gone quite close a couple of times and kind of nearly 3 chances created already anyway. Well, 3 of the 4 players that have gone absent on a regular basis from trainings or from match days like this one, as that's going to be out for a corner. No, Heish is able to get up to that one and keep it from going out. In fact, that looked like it might have been bouncing in if he would have stood back and watched it. 13 shots already, an XG of 1, and this is their first chance of any kind, but that one is cleared away, and Fawoli starts the counterattack, hits Bergam. Bergam's got some options with him as he takes it way to the outside. Arsend inside, picks out the poor pass, and it's cleared away, but we still have possession. Hegestad. Anyway, 3 of those 4. Oh, Bergam, that would have been a tap-in, but the defense just beats him to that by millimeters. Let me finally get to my point. Guys, you're making too many chances. But I like that. I appreciate that you are going close again and again and again. Bergam, again. All right, point being, our finances. 3 of those 4 players that keep missing are so worried about the state of the club. They think that the club is going to fold financially, and therefore, what's it all worth? And that defeatist attitude, and that one is blocked. That's out for a corner. That defeatist attitude has led to a few players. We've already parted ways with a couple of those guys, but the current one who is doing it on a regular basis is Christopher Al. And Al freaking out over and over again as Lavas yet again. So close. 17 shots here in the first half. At XG already well over 1, but no goals. Also, only 6 of those on target has been a big part of the reason why we remain goalless here at the half. I would like to sub Fawoli out of here as he is quite tired. I'd like to sub Bergam out of here as he has been quite tired of late. Those guys not great on the stamina, and they play every single game, every single minute, and it has added up to a lot of fatigue for those 2. If we could get a goal or 2 in the second half, I'd love to sub them off. Very happy group. Let's see if we can continue the domination here in the second half. We earn an early foul. Settle down, Norheim. Bergam. Hegestad, who's played well so far. Has he? What's his rating? Yeah, 7.3. He is doing quite well. Nice interception by Arsene. Sets up Lavas. Straight at the keeper. His feet did not move. Lovas this time lays it off for Norheim. Ostby inside to Fawoli. Pulls it back though. Thought he had some other options. This time he does find the forward option. Hegestad. Ooh. Blast that high. Hegestad is definitely a bit of a drop-off for us in terms of quality. But he has done well. Just don't expect too much. Fawoli inside to Bergam. Bergam gets Norheim. Lovas. Norheim blasted over. A little confusion between the two teammates side by side right there. Both kind of getting brief touches on the ball. Led to snatching at it, so it would seem. Ostby finds Lovas. Lovas inside to Bergam. There's the through ball. Lovas needs to do better. Come on. Finish it off. 1 hour played. This is a game we need to claim 3 points on. We are absolutely dominating this thing. Our 13 first half chances has already been added to 11 here in 20 minutes of this second half, but only 1 of 11 on target. Jakobsen, Hegestad is going to lay it off again. Jakobsen now does the overlap from that center back position, gets the cross. Norheim does not even leave the ground, but Hegestad, his first goal. It might be his first appearance for all I know. Hegestad on the scoreboard, and we take the lead. Norheim disappointing to not go after that, but he at least chases it down hard, makes a nice cross in, and Hegestad rises high, goes near post, almost up into the corner, and gets on the scoreboard. It's 1-0. Already at 2 XG. Bergam very nearly seals the deal at 2. Now we have been very comfortable. Comfortable. I haven't actually recorded much this season. For those of you who have been following the channel for a long time, you already know that I have a daycare. The daycare that I own, we just hired a new employee that I've spent the last few days going through all of her training. And, Norheim goes really close on that one, but heads out a little bit high and a little bit wide. 30 attempts now, and still no goals. I think we can get away with subbing Bergam off. Let's bring in Al Salih. I'm a little more nervous about subbing off Fawoli, as that would impact our defense, our control of the ball. Ooh, good idea. No run there. Jakobsen, nice first touch. Fawoli. Arsend. Fawoli across to Norheim, finds Lovas. Bergam, there's two, and before the substitutions even complete, and then we'll bring on Pena. And now we can get both of those guys out of here. Give them at least 15 minutes of rest anyway. Save a little bit on those legs. Alright, anyway, been spending the last few days getting her trained up, and that has kept me out of the office, away from doing my work for the channel. Likewise, and this is going to be a really, really interesting one, we have a 6-day-old baby. Tomorrow will be 1 week old baby that is starting tomorrow here in the daycare, so that's going to be the youngest one that we've ever had here. Exactly 1 week old, literal newborn, and so that's going to keep me pretty busy too. So even though the training wise we are now to that stage where the new employee is going to be in the daycare with the kids and under my wife's guidance at that point, as we get all 3 points, 2-0, match complete. Good 3 points to have. Next up, difficult match away, second place in the league. Actually, it might be at home, but either way, still difficult match. We'll see what we can do with that one. But in the end, just 2 shots for Ausane in that entire match. And I believe both of those came in the last few minutes. Not the entire league, but for us anyway, we are at the exact halfway point of the season. 13 out of 26 matches played. We have a +9 goal differential, where last season I think we finished on a -1, -2. I mean, we were just about net neutral on that goal differential, where I think we were just a hair below. But we are certainly comfortable in the goal department this season. Definitely riding high with that +9. We have a fairly good record. We have 22 points at the halfway stage. Last season, we had 31 for the entirety of the season. So we are now just 9 points shy of matching what we did a season ago. And we have 13 matches to play. We appear to be destined for, well, maybe right around where we're at positionally in the league. Maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little higher, but I'd say fairly close to where we are. Now, I do believe that top 5 is still probably a little bit beyond our reach, but not far. Meanwhile, I look at most of those teams behind us, and I'd say Sarpsborg below, no chance. No chance. We are well beyond those 4 teams. I want to say that we are in a mid-table battle from 6th to 10th, but we do seem, at least here lately, to be a little bit above those teams even, many of them anyway. So Haugesund, Braun, Sandefjord, maybe Mold. I think that's probably the teams we are competing with this season. We're definitely seeing that minor progression as the season goes on. The players are getting that little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And I think that has a little something to do with why we are a bit more comfortable in the league this season than last. And that should see us just keep progressing quickly through the season. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to push forward another 4, 5, 6 games. We'll see kind of what fits in with the calendar on where's a good look, where's a good chance to check in for our next match. I'll give you an update then on how the team is faring. 4 additional matches played, 3 of those against pretty good teams in the league. We got 2 wins, a draw, and a loss in this stretch. We're kind of continuing that trend of pretty much 1-1-1 throughout, and we've restarted that cycle again with another win. So if we get even just 1 draw over the next 2, we continue on with that trend. Meanwhile, in the league itself, we've played 17. We have 29 points. I'm now just 2 points shy of the total from all of last season. And remember, that was awfully close to the safety zone in the end. This season, it looks like it really won't require anywhere near as many points for safety, as we're well past the halfway point. And right now, that cutoff at 13-14, even if you doubled that, even though we're past halfway, we're still only looking at about 26, which I think actually was the cutoff, give or take, a season ago. Ended up being about 26, 27, but we only just passed that just before the end of the year and secured, 9th place. We are still in 6th, and the competition that I was talking about being between about 5th and 9th has kind of materialized, other than now it's about 4th to 9th, as Kristiansund, who we beat, and they've only taken 4 losses all season, but they're only a +4 on their goal differential, so they really haven't been a dominant team. They've just kind of scraped out some results. But anyway, there's definitely kind of a clear pattern of we're looking pretty comfortable mid-table. We've got that ability to move up a little bit, as it's only 1 point separating us from 4th. And then likewise, we're about 7 points clear of 9th. Mold, they're not out of it, but they're on the verge of being out of it. There's still enough games that they absolutely could turn around if they find some form. The only team that's further fallen off the pace now is Arendelle, which I was predicting. So I assumed they would fall off the pace a bit, and they definitely have. Goal differential notwithstanding, it seemed pretty obvious that they were a bit short of where they needed to be. So that's 5 teams dropping to the wayside, which means, yes, I think we are comfortably going to be mid-table by the end of this season. Now, I would get there. I would push there right now. I don't have the time. I'm going to have to call it. I've got a first basketball game of the season to go coach for the boys varsity team, and I'm very optimistic. Cautiously, because you don't know until you really see them in action, but I'm pretty optimistic that we've got a pretty good team this year. But anyway, that's a different sport. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. We will definitely get to the last of the season, especially now that things are looking pretty comfortable early in that next episode, and then push right into the off season. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.